Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's Stock Talk with Steven here. First video, man. If you guys could go ahead and hit that like button. I think you're gonna like what I got here in this video. Go ahead and also just subscribe if you can. Turn your notification bells on. It helps the YouTube algorithm. Trying to get out there, trying to give you guys a different opinion on the stock market. See what I'm investing in. See what I'm looking at. So let's get this first video started here. Now, I am going to be talking about NIO. Now, I'm going to be talking about it in the short term and in the long term here. So let's just kind of look at what it did today. I mean, honestly, the last couple days, it hasn't been great for NIO. I know yesterday was a pretty strong day. It basically just kind of evened out with today. The gains, it went down about 6% today, a little under $3. Now, if you kind of go out to the 5-day, again, we're kind of seeing 8%. So we did see a little bit of a comeback the last couple days. We're starting to see it go back down. I'm not too worried about this, guys. We go out to the month, we're seeing it up 6%. Obviously out 6 months, I mean, we're seeing it up 600%. So, I mean, you can see what this stock's done in the last half year. Obviously, hype stock, obviously it's a hot stock right now. That's why you're probably seeing this huge sell-off here whenever you got to about 55. Now, I do think that a 55 evaluation as of right now, it's about right, but that's why everybody's selling off. It's because everybody's still not exactly sure with this stock, and I hope that I can give you some information in this video to kind of help you out here. So, I'm obviously very bullish on NIO, and I'm going to talk about it a little bit later in this video as well, what I kind of see in 2021, 2022, and even 2023. Now, most people are kind of nervous that this is a long-term stock because they're thinking that it might get delisted. Now, off what I've read and the research that I have done, if they were to get delisted, this would not even take effect till 3 years. Now, my long-term play is I'm in this for 2 to 3 years minimum. I will reevaluate here then. I'll look at their financials, see where the company's going from there. I think they have strong financials for going forward, but I mean, obviously things could change. So that's why I'm going to reevaluate in 2 to 3 years. But let's just say worst comes to worst, they're going to get delisted. You'd still be able to trade on other brokers. You'd be able to trade through the Chinese market. Now, obviously, that wouldn't be ideal, but I mean, that's really something that we should wait for 3 years to kind of look at again in 3 years on the delisting. I don't think it's really not even an issue right now at all. Now, NIO, obviously, this deserves a spot in your long-term portfolios. Now, saying this, I'm not a financial advisor. This is for education and entertainment purposes. So obviously, if you want to invest in the stock market, I would get with your financial advisor, which I am not that person. So now, NIO stock is in my long-term portfolio. I think it should be in yours as well. I mean, really, if you were going to go through some more of the production numbers later, and also just kind of some estimates, but I mean, it should be in your long-term portfolio. Now, Yahoo Finance, they do rate this as a buy. Now, I believe Robinhood, they have 15 analysts on this stock. I believe 53% of them said that this was a buy as well. Right now, even with this sell-off, I mean, the sell-off is an excellent time to buy right now. I don't think we're ever going to see it at 40. I know that the lowest was 38 here in the recent sell-off. I don't think we're ever going to see this stock that low again. I don't think we'll see it under 50 in 2021, to be quite honest with you. But I mean, this is a perfect time to buy. I mean, you just look at their earnings. This is through a pandemic and a new company. Now, obviously, these numbers are not positive, but they are doing better than expected in a new company. They are growing faster earlier than Tesla did whenever Tesla started out. That's just kind of to put it into perspective. Now, I don't believe that they will be as big as Tesla, just because Tesla affects so many different sectors that I don't think NIO will be able to do. Now, if we look at this article, I think this just kind of puts it into perspective about how much of a long-term play that this really can be for you guys. So it's saying 20 EV stocks besides Tesla and NIO that analysts expect to gain the most over the next year. Now, Tesla and NIO are obviously the ones that are going to be growing the most here, guys, just because of what I mean, next 2 tabs, I'm going to be laying out NIO's, some of their production possibilities, but just Tesla too. I mean, they just got added to the S&P 500. We're still seeing gains on that stock. It probably won't go down until after its inclusion. But then even from there, I think it could easily be 1,000 plus stock here going forward. But more on to NIO. NIO is a buy. It is a long-term play. In an interview with Barron's, CEO William Lee was just showing that they expect to do 150,000 units in the end of 2021. This is huge because in Q4 they're projected for 17,000 vehicle deliveries, which is amazing. That's hype for them. 17,000 in Q4. Just because, I mean, if they haven't been doing that good all year as 17,000 vehicles, but even if you did that, that's about a little under 70,000 a year. So they're basically more than doubling that next year is what they're expected to produce. So that's why I would see easily doubling the stock, doubling by the end of next year to 100 at least, even maybe possibly even more. We'll see where it finishes out for the year. I know it's about 40 now. I want to see it at least a little over 50 come in December. Obviously, we'll see. But if we look into 2022, they're trying to double that again to 300,000. And this is just in the China market, guys. Now, obviously, I'm seeing 2, 3, 4x growth in China. If they open their market up to Europe, to the United States, it could be even more. Obviously, we don't know too much yet. It is a very new company. But there's that. Now, will NIO stock reach 100 by 2022? Obviously, in the last video, kind of the production possibilities I was just laying out for you guys, I think yes. That's just kind of for you guys to decide. But it looks like in this survey they did 300 investors who own NIO stock. Actually, I'm not for sure if they do own NIO stock or not, but they basically surveyed 300 investors, and 76.5% of Benzinga traders and investors said that it will reach $100. Obviously, I mean that's just some more good news for the long-term growth potential of this company and how much people are kind of starting to realize that long-term growth. Now, I did kind of show you guys some good articles, just kind of talking positively about where I think that it's going to go. Now, this stock, it did say kind of 3 stocks that won't double again in 2021. They had Jumia, GameStop, and of course NIO. Now, he even starts off in saying that this will probably be the most controversial of his picks. I would happen to agree that it is very controversial. Let's just say that they even fall a little bit short of their 150,000 vehicles delivered next year and produced. I mean, I honestly still see the stock almost doubling. Now, obviously, it probably won't double if they don't get 150,000 vehicles, but say they do 100,000, that's still going up farther than what it did this last year. So, I mean, this is a long-term play for me, guys. I think that it should be for you as well. I have my position established. Just let me know what you guys think. Now, again, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn your notification bell on. If you guys have any comments, questions, definitely hit them up in the comments. If you want me to talk about a stock, just leave it in the comments. I'll research it and get you a video on it. All right, thanks, guys.